I'm live.
Hello, welcome back. Good evening. I hope you are keeping well. Families are doing well. So, yes, let us start. We are at day 9. So, yes, as you can see on the screen, word of the day. We are going to start with the word of the day pensive. I don't know whether you have read it, heard it somewhere or not, but I'm going to tell you the new word of the day. The vocabulary of the day is pensive. Now, what is pensive? So pensive means someone who is very serious, or maybe someone who is thinking very seriously. If you read about we at times people are in pensive mood. I'm in pensive mood. He is in pensive mood. She is always in pensive mood. Pensive mood means someone who is thinking seriously about something. We say at times कि he is a pensive person. बहुत सीरियस पर्सन, बहुत सीरियस, पूरा दिन सीरियस रहता है, नो सेंस ऑफ ह्यूमर, नो लाफ, नो स्माइल throughout the life. There are certain people around us, I'm sure if you see, हमें ध्यान आएगा, oh हाँ, वो तो pensive person है, right? In fact, in our families, if you look around, there might be some people who are very serious towards their life. They don't laugh, they don't smile, always they're very serious. So we call it that the person is pensive. Pensive. At times we are at pensive mood. Yes, it is our life. We could be in pensive mood. It totally depends, right? Because हर time life का situation एक जैसा नहीं होता. So pensive मतलब होता है someone who think who is thinking. Pensive mood मतलब seriously, बहुत serious concern लेकर. So yes, the word of the day is pensive. I hope it's a new thing for you. Pensive. Make sure you use it in your day-to-day life. What's up with one of your friend who you think that he's a pensive? Hey, buddy, you are pensive. Why are you always in pensive mood? Okay. So yes, let us start. As I told you yesterday, if you remember in our yesterday class, we were discussing about interview and some of the aspects were left, and we promised that the remaining part will be covered in the next class. So yes, today we are going to discuss majorly about interview. We'll discuss the remaining part which was left over. In case you have missed, because we started from the scratch, beginning से start किया है. अगर कुछ miss कर दिया है, refer to the video which is on day 8. It will tell you about many aspects of interview skills. So we started with day 8 and we will end the interview part at day 9. So yes, moving ahead. So herein I have referred because I do remember yesterday I told you that there are certain types of interviews in our day-to-day life. It is not a exhaustive list, means it's not a complete list, but yes, I could found how could able to relate some of it for yourself. There could be more. It's not that only this is a list. यही list है, इसके अलावा और कोई नहीं. There could be more. Totally depends, industry to industry, organization to organization, but the main which are quite famous wherein you would be aware of, these are the ones, and we'll discuss in a brief manner. So yes, interview cracking guide. After this you will see some of the aspects which were left yesterday, so we'll complete that too. So yes, to begin with, types of interviews. There are multiple types of interviews. We are just sharing gist of it. What are those? One is group discussion. Group discussion. Now I'll give you an example of group discussion. Group discussion का example है. If you have seen, I don't know if you अगर आप लोगों ने, I don't know about recent one, but few years ago MTV पे एक प्रोग्राम आता था, रोडीज, अभी भी आता है. So I'm telling you about 10-12 years ago. उसमें ग्रुप डिस्कशन होता था. उस आजकल कैसा आता है, I don't know, I haven't seen it, but on that time, because a lot of candidates used to fill in कि रोडीज में नंबर आ जाए, तो उनके पास बहुत सारे एप्लीकेशंस आते थे, around 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, maybe in lakhs, because MTV program hai and they are getting a lot of applications. So they used to conduct this group discussion. So this is just an example I'm giving you. Group discussion happens everywhere. And what are the organizations जहाँ पर group discussion is quite famous? जहाँ पर बहुत सारी applications के लिए form आते हैं. वैकेंसी हो, ऐसा नहीं कि वैकेंसी एक है तो वो लोग जीडी करा देंगे, नो, जीडी वहां होता है, वैकेंसीज भी हैं, फॉर एग्जांपल 100 वैकेंसीज हैं, 50 वैकेंसीज हैं, एंड द एप्लीकेशंस जो आ रही हैं उनके पास, दे आर इन थाउजेंड्स। अब फॉर एग्जांपल आई नीड 100 कैंडिडेट्स और मेरे पास एप्लीकेशंस आई हैं 1 लाख। अगर इसमें मैंने इंटरव्यू करना स्टार्ट किया 1 लाख लोगों का, आई शुड हैव फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ टाइम, availability of people those who are conducting interviews, it will have a cost, time and lot of other factors. 1 लाख लोगों का इंटरव्यू करने करने में पता नहीं कितने साल निकल जाएंगे, राइट? So it's not a feasible thing that I will ask everyone, come tell me about yourself. Max to max a person can interview in a day 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. If I have 10 people, they might interview 100,000 people, but 1 lakh is a huge number. So बहुत time निकल जाएगा. We need urgent, our post should be filled urgently. So group discussion is that mechanism जिसके अंदर बहुत सारी अगर applications receive होती हैं, वो applications को filter out करने में बहुत best mechanism है. We conduct a GD because GD होता है 50, 100, maybe 500. बड़े बड़े लेवल पे ऑडिटोरियम्स में 500 लेवल्स पे भी हो सकता है, टोटली डिपेंड. सो मैंने क्या किया, 100 के बैचेस बना के जीडी करा दिया. सो जीडी इज अ मैकेनिज्म wherein I can filter out the candidate and I can churn out only the one which are eligible for next round. उन्हीं को सिलेक्ट करूंगा. I will scrutinize only those people. So group discussion is that mechanism. इसमें होता है 100 लोग मैंने बैठा दिए अपने ग्रुप डिस्कशन में, एक टॉपिक दे दिया कैंडिडेट्स को, and then there are certain aspects which I'm going to judge them on, कि वो लोग कैसे बोल पा रहे हैं, नहीं बोल पा रहे हैं, क्या बोल पा रहे हैं. और ऐसा भी होता है कई बार पूरा का पूरा ग्रुप डिस्क्वालीफाई हो जाता है. There are certain group discussions wherein if I am conducting a GD, पूरा का पूरा ग्रुप डिस्क्वालीफाई, एक बंदा भी सिलेक्ट नहीं होता. And at times पूरा का पूरा group qualify भी हो जाता है. Yes, there are. I have seen those GDs where an entire group is qualified. And at times, but ज़्यादा probability रहती है, out of 10, 7 or 8 disqualified, 2 या 3 qualify हो जाते हैं. I'm going to tell you certain tips about group discussion, how you begin, how to start, and I'll give you gist of it. Will not tell you in the detail because in detail it will be a long session, and for that I'll make another video. So whenever you are in a group discussion, so make sure the very important aspect is time management. Yes. So the one who is the observer is the one who will observe the candidate. So what happens in group discussion, एक room होता है, उसको book कर लिया जाता है. So wherein the candidates will be seated in circle. It could be a circle, it could be थोड़े थोड़े gap में candidates बैठे होंगे on a place on a chair, और उनको pen और a paper दे दिया जाता है. At times, yes, this is a pen and paper. And then what happens? The observer says, this is your topic. For example, topic दे दिया, let's say any topic we can pick group discussion के. Very बहुत पुराना topic है, love marriage versus arranged marriage. It could be a topic. Child labor, और for example this time एक topic बहुत चला था group discussion में, demonetization. Some people were in favor of it, some were not. So a lot of GDs happens. हर GD का अलग aspect है, कोई abstract GDs होते हैं, कोई factual based पे होते हैं, और education, why education is important, pros and cons हर किसी का होता है. For example for me, let's say group discussion is on plastic card money. Plastic card money means debit card. आजकल Paytm, debit card, this is people are focusing on, government is focusing on. Do you believe in that? Do you actually agree that this is a good take by the government or not? Some people says कि plastic card is good, we don't need to carry cash and all. And some says कि नहीं ये सही नहीं है because at times we are totally dependent on internet. कई जगह internet facility नहीं है, and some people are not good with internet and they are not educated. Basically they don't have computer education, they don't know how to operate, और इसमें cyber crime fraud भी रहता है. So ये हर कोई अपना अपना aspect रखता है उसमें. GD का मतलब first and foremost very important ये नहीं होता कि मैं सही हूँ सामने वाला गलत है, या तुम सही हो मैं गलत हूँ. GD is that you need to put your views. आपका जो थॉट प्रोसेस है वो क्या कहता है। ऐसा नहीं है अगर आपने किसी चीज को कोई एक टॉपिक दिया, सारा ग्रुप उसके फेवर में और आप उसके फेवर में नहीं हो तो आप डिससेलेक्ट हो गए। नो, जीडी इज नॉट जज्ड ऑन योर ओपिनियन। आपका ओपिनियन क्या कह रहा है उस पर जज नहीं होता, जीडी किस और एस्पेक्ट्स पे जज होता है, वो आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू नाउ। फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट, व्हाट यू थिंक एंड व्हाट आर योर थॉट प्रोसेस, वो आपको एक्सप्रेस करना है, चाहे आप उसके फेवर में हो उस टॉपिक के या नहीं में हो। For example, if you are in favor of love marriage or if you are in favor of arranged marriage, you should have certain points on it. Some may say कि I'm in favor of love marriage, some may say I'm in favor of arranged marriage. And then उस fact को present करने के लिए, उस अपना point को रखने के लिए आपके पास facts होने चाहिए. Basically, you should have certain background to it. Why you are in favor of that topic? Why you are inclining to that topic? Right. So first and foremost, as I was telling you, आपको एक pen and paper दिया जाएगा, topic दिया जाएगा, and then आपको बोला जाएगा कि you have 5 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever you want to write about that topic. आपको points बनाने हैं या कुछ rough note बनाने हैं before we start the GD, आप बना सकते हो। आपको वो टाइम मिल गया, लेट्स से उन्होंने आपको 5 मिनट दिए कि 5 मिनट में आपको जो अपना थॉट प्रोसेस है आपका वो पेपर एंड पेन पे लिखना चाहते हो लिख लो। आफ्टर 5 minutes, then actually your time starts. Then they will start a stopwatch. Observer के पास एक पेन एंड पेपर होता है नोट करने के लिए, और ऑल्सो एट टाइम्स कि ऑब्जर्वर नहीं होता रूम में, कैमरेस लगे होते हैं, ऑडियो होता है, पूरा ऑडियो वीडियो अच्छी कनेक्टिविटी होती है, ऑब्जर्वर किसी और रूम में होते हैं, वो सुन रहे होते हैं सबकी कॉन्वर्सेशन। ऐसा भी होता है, लाइक ए बिग बॉस, राइट। सो आपको टॉपिक दिया एंड देन दे स्टार्ट देयर स्टॉप वॉच। मैक्सिमम टाइम एक जीडी में दिया जाता है, टोटल डिपेंडिंग ऑन द पॉपुलेशन। इफ देयर आर 10 कैंडिडेट्स, द मैक्सिमम टाइम इज 7 to 10 minutes. इफ देयर आर 20, टाइम विल बी 15 minutes. अगर मोर देन 50 है तब 20-25 minutes. अब आप खुद देख लो, पॉपुलेशन डबल है, टाइम उसका आधा होता है। 20 लोग हैं तो 10 मिनट मिलते हैं, राइट। 10 मिनट तो मिनिमम मिलते ही मिलते हैं। 10 to 30 minutes, 30 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं होता है बेसिकली जीडी। मैक्सिमम 30 मिनट्स जिसमें बहुत ज्यादा पॉपुलेशन हो, बिकॉज सबको अगर 1 मिनट भी मिले बोलने के लिए, अगर मेरे ग्रुप में 50 लोग हैं और 30 मिनट्स है, आई बिलीव अगर हर कोई 1 मिनट भी बोलेगा तब भी 30 मिनट हुए। 20 कैंडिडेट तो बोल ही नहीं पाएंगे, वो तो वैसे ही बाहर हो जाएंगे। सो इट्स अ वेरी टफ फाइट. That is why I said in the beginning, time management plays a vital role. Time management literally plays a vital role. So you need to ensure जो आप, क्योंकि आपका अगर नंबर एक बार आ गया जीडी में, उसके बाद नहीं आएगा। You may get 1 minute or 2, that's maximum. अब आपको उस 1 और 2 मिनट में ऐसा बोलना है कि आपको पॉइंट्स बहुत प्रीशियस होने चाहिए, बेकार की बातें नहीं करनी है। जो आपका थॉट प्रोसेस है कंसाइसली आपको बोलना है, प्रेजेंट करना, सो दैट एवरीथिंग इज कवर्ड। बिकॉज इफ यू आर गेटिंग ए चांस टू स्पीक, फॉरगेट अबाउट, आपको दोबारा चांस मिलेगा। यस, सो वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इफ यू गेटिंग एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू स्पीक, स्पीक एंड मेक श्योर दैट यू स्पीक वेल इनफ। सो दैट वाज अबाउट दे स्टार्टेड। अब 10 मिनट के अंदर दे से स्टार्ट कर दिया। अब कई बार क्या होता है जीडी में, हर कोई एक दूसरे का मुंह देखते हैं कौन स्टार्ट करेगा। ग्रैब दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी, grab that opportunity. The one who is smart person grab the opportunity. जो फर्स्ट पर्सन होगा जिसको जीडी इंट्रोड्यूस करना है, फर्स्ट टाइम बोलना है, मेक श्योर दैट पर्सन इंट्रोड्यूस हिम टू द ग्रुप. Hi guys, my name is Ishant, so I would like to initiate this, so I would like to put my views. ऐसे करना है। अब मैंने बोल दिया, मेरे पास जो दूसरा बोलेगा उसको नाम, अपना नाम बोलने की जरूरत नहीं है। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल किसी ने ऑलरेडी जीडी स्टार्ट किया, अब मैंने उसको पिक कर लिया उसके कंटिन्यूशन में, सो आई विल नॉट टेल माय नेम इज ईशांत, नो, आई विल कंटिन्यू इन व्हाटएवर द पर्सन से, जो मेरा थॉट होगा वो मैं प्रेजेंट करूंगा। सो फर्स्ट पर्सन ने ग्रैब कर ली अपॉर्चुनिटी, लेट्स से जीडी हो रहा है 10 बंदों को, उन्होंने बोला टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ। जैसे ही उन्होंने बोला टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ, ग्रैब दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी। गुड मॉर्निंग, गुड इवनिंग, जो भी टाइम है उस टाइम, गुड आफ्टरनून, my name is Ishant, so I would like to take this opportunity to start the GD. In my opinion, I believe that, for example, let's take a topic of plastic money versus cash money, या फिर money होनी चाहिए नहीं होनी। In my opinion, I'm not in favor of plastic money because I believe that there are certain aspects of internet and technology we need to focus on. There are certain pros and cons. ऐसे start करना है, because these are your thought process you need to present. आपको बोलना है, that is first point. ग्रैब द अपॉर्चुनिटी. अगर आपको लगता है कोई नहीं बोल रहा, तुरंत स्टार्ट कर दो विद योर इंट्रोडक्शन. सेकेंड इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट इज दैट अब आपको मौका मिल ही नहीं रहा. फॉर एग्जाम्पल फर्स्ट ने बोला, सेकंड बोला, थर्ड बोला, सारे बोलते जा रहे हैं. बिकॉज जीडी में क्या होता है ना, कोई किसी को चांस नहीं देता, अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं देता. जैसे ही मैं बोल रहा हूँ दूसरा पहले ही स्टार्ट कर लेगा, फिर तीसरा आ जाएगा. आप कंफ्यूज हो गए कि टाइम देखा यार 2 मिनट बचे हैं, मैं तो बोल ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ. कभी भी ऐसा हो, when you are stuck, you are not getting an opportunity and you are thinking कि clock it's time is about 2 hour, 2 मिनट पे ऑब्जर्वर बोल देगा कि guys time on, अब क्या करोगे? So there is an opportunity, I tell you what. So when you see that last 1 or 2 minutes are left and you haven't got an opportunity to speak, how you need to get into it? Then you need to say, okay guys, in the interest of time, I think we should conclude it. It's very, very important. अगर किसी एक ग्रुप डिस्कशन में कंक्लूजन नहीं होता, पूरा का पूरा ग्रुप डिस्क्वालीफाई हो सकता है. देयर आर चांसेस बिकॉज दे वर स्पीकिंग, नोबडी हैज कंक्लूडेड. सो इफ यू आर कंक्लूडेड, भले ही आपको इंट्रोडक्शन का मौका नहीं मिला लेकिन आप उसको कंक्लूड कर रहे हैं, इट क्रिएट्स अ वेरी गुड इंप्रेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ ऑब्जर्वर को. ये बहुत अच्छा लगता है कि इस कैंडिडेट ने विद इन 10 मिनट्स में अपना कंक्लूजन दे दिया है, भले ही लास्ट में बोला, भले ही आप 1 मिनट बोलो. सो आई बिलीव इन वी शुड कंक्लूड इट. सो इन माय ओपिनियन दैट बोथ आर गुड. हर किसी के अपने प्रोज एंड कॉन्स हैं, बिकॉज this is that we cannot totally rely on cash and we cannot totally rely on plastic money. So I believe it should be a mixed match. तो ऐसे करके आप अपना क्लोजर दे सकते हो in GD. That was the second aspect. एक मैंने आपको बताया how to start, and if you could not get into starting, then how to end. Now, for example, everyone is getting an opportunity to speak, right? अच्छा आपके साथ जो लोग हैं बहुत अच्छे लोग हैं, नॉट लाइक यू नो चिल्ला रहे हैं. बिकॉज अगर किसी जीडी में कोई चिल्ला के बात कर रहा है, किसी की टोन बहुत हाई है, इट्स क्रिएट्स अ नेगेटिव इंप्रेशन. योर टोन शुड बी पोलाइट. आपका टोन शुड बी वेरी पोलाइटेड, मॉडेस्ट होना चाहिए आपका. सो इफ यू आर थिंकिंग, एक अपॉर्चुनिटी और बताता हूँ टू अट्रैक्ट द ऑब्जर्वर की यस दिस कैंडिडेट इज गुड. आपको लगता है सब बोल रहे हैं जीडी में, सब, लेकिन एक कैंडिडेट है चुप बैठा हुआ है. मे बी ही इज शाइंग, या उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिल रही, या हर कोई उसको चांस ही नहीं दे रहा. बिकॉज होता है जीडी में, नोबडी विल गिव यू अ चांस. तब आपको क्या करना है, यू नीड टू प्ले योर कार्ड. हाउ टू डू दैट? आप अपनी बारी बोल चुके हो, अब आपको क्या करना है, यू नीड टू टेल द ग्रुप, guys, I believe as we all are speaking, I should be give a chance to that guy, we give a chance to that person. अगर उसमें से कोई एक कैंडिडेट जो नहीं बोल रहा, बाकी सब बोल रहे हैं. So it creates a very good impression that you are giving an opportunity to others. Giving opportunity to others also plays a vital role. ऐसे इनिशिएट कर सकते हो. I believe we all have spoken about something. Now let us give an opportunity to speak to that gentleman because he's sitting, he's trying to speak but not getting an opportunity. So over to him. So it creates a vital observer उसमें देखता है यार the candidate is very good because he's giving opportunity to others also. So that is the third aspect. So first aspect I told you, introduce, start it. If you are not getting an opportunity, say it at last में. थर्ड मैंने आपको बताया तीसरे को कैसे अपॉर्चुनिटी देना है. नाउ वन मोर एस्पेक्ट. फॉर एग्जांपल आपको बिगिनिंग में अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिली एंड यू आर थिंकिंग यार लास्ट में पता नहीं मिले ना मिले, हाउ टू गेट इनटू इट. कोई मौका ही नहीं दे रहा. अब आपको क्या करना है, कोई बोल रहा है ये नहीं कि एक्सक्यूज मी ऐसे नहीं बोलना. नो, nobody will listen to you and neither not you need to shout it, listen to me, ऐसे भी नहीं करना. because if you do that you will be disqualified. और अगर कोई आपने शाउट किया, किसी और ने आप पे शाउट किया, तीसरे ने शाउट किया, पूरा का पूरा ग्रुप डिस्क्वालीफाई हो जाता है. एंड देयर आर मैक्सिमम चांसेस जहां पर यूजुअली पॉलिटिक्स के रिलेटेड टॉपिक होते हैं, कोई रीजनल रिलेटेड टॉपिक होते हैं, वहां पर ये ज्यादा रहता है कि एंगर लोग में बहुत आ जाता है. दे टेक ऑन, अपनी ईगो पे ले लेते हैं, वहां पूरा का पूरा ग्रुप डिस्क्वालीफाई हो जाता है. डोंट गेट इनटू दैट एस्पेक्ट्स. जस्ट इफ यू आर गोइंग फॉर एन इंटरव्यू, आपको वो माइंड में रखना है एंड यू नीड टू प्रेजेंट योर थॉट्स. इट्स अ नॉर्मल प्रोसेस. अब आपको क्या करना है, एज आई वाज टेलिंग यू, आपने स्टार्टिंग में आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं मिली एंड यू आर थिंकिंग दैट लास्ट में भी नहीं मिलेगी. आपको इन द मिडिल आपको कैसे 1 मिनट चाहिए बोलने के लिए. सो हाउ यू कैन डू इट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल somebody is speaking, right? somebody is speaking, जैसे ही वो बोल रहे, जहां वो पॉज करे दूसरे सेंटेंस के लिए, आपको वहीं से स्टार्ट करना है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल somebody is saying कि I am in favor. अब आपको क्या करना है, I completely agree with him, ऐसे उसके I completely agree, आपने टेक ओवर कर लिया. You cannot say in the group कि I don't disagree with you. Do not use negative words. I do not agree, I don't care. No, do not say negative words. आप किसी के थॉट प्रोसेस पे राइट या रॉन्ग नहीं बोल सकते. ग्रुप डिस्कशन इज दैट मैकेनिज्म वेयर इन यू आर पुटिंग योर थॉट्स. Somebody may be in favor of plastic money, somebody may not be. It's not that if you are not in favor, that doesn't mean he's wrong. As I told you in the beginning, no one is wrong, no one is right. So if that person is not in favor, it's okay, that is his opinion, so you should agree with him also. So आपको कैसे बोलना है? फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई कहता है कि आई एम इन फेवर ऑफ लव मैरिज. यस, लेट्स से लव मैरिज अरेंज मैरिज का टॉपिक है. somebody says love marriages plays a vital role because partners knows each other. In arrange we don't know each other. So कोई आप, if you are not in favor of love marriage, doesn't mean you will say I don't agree. आप बोलोगे I completely agree with him, I completely agree with him. However, in my opinion, I feel that. So ये आपका होना चाहिए. आपके ओपिनियन का ये है. In my opinion, I feel that love marriages are for a shorter period of time. मतलब कुछ भी बोलो, बट आपको दूसरे के व्यू से भी अग्री करना है. Because it's not a fight, it's a group discussion wherein you are putting your views. It's not a debate something on news channel wherein they are fighting with each other. Group discussion is basically brainstorming session, usually wherein companies में भी होता है brainstorming. Brainstorming means होता है जैसे for example companies को कुछ ideas चाहिए for something, their project, कोई नया project आया है, उनको कुछ ideas चाहिए. So what they call their entire team in a room and then brainstorm करते हैं कि इसमें हम क्या कर सकते हैं और क्या कर सकते हैं. हर किसी का thought process एक्टिव होता है. somebody thinks and tell them. फिर उस thought process को किसी ना किसी कोई ऐसी बात निकल जाती है, वो आइडिया बन जाता है. So brainstorming means basically collecting facts, collecting thoughts. So group discussion is similar to that, wherein you are just keeping your views. So that these are the best things. And I give an example of that. There are what are the groups that get selected easily? I have seen a group, जैसे डिस्क्वालीफायर हुए हैं सारे, मैंने एक ग्रुप डिस्कशन में एक ग्रुप देखा था जिसमें सारे सेलेक्ट हो गए थे. व्हाई? आई टेल यू दैट. एंड इफ वी फॉलो दैट एस्पेक्ट, बिलीव यू मी, हुआ क्या था, ऑब्जर्वर आने को भी टाइम था. जीडी हो रहा था जिसमें से 10-12 लोग बैठे थे एंड ऑब्जर्वर अभी नहीं आया था. तो सबने क्या डिसाइड किया कि गाइस देखो, अगर हम आपस में लड़ेंगे एक दूसरे के, किसी को मौका नहीं देंगे, तो एक या दो लोग सेलेक्ट होंगे. टू बी ऑनेस्ट, व्हाट शुड वी डू? वी शुड स्पीक वन बाय वन. पहले मैं बोलूंगा. उन्होंने अपनी चेन बना ली जिस हिसाब से वो बैठे हुए थे. उन्होंने बोला कि टाइम हमें इतना मिलेगा, सो वी विल डिसाइड द टाइम, और हम अपने आप को सबको एक एक अपॉर्चुनिटी देंगे. ऑब्जर्वर नहीं आया था, उन्होंने पहले ही डिसाइड कर दिया था. एंड व्हेन ऑब्जर्वर केम इन, उनका प्लान था पहले से, दे आर डिसाइडेड. सब वही सीक्वेंस फॉलो हुआ. पहले फर्स्ट ने बोला, फिर सेकंड ने, फिर थर्ड ने, फोर्थ, फिर लास्ट वाले ने कंक्लूड कर दिया. ऑब्जर्वर वाज अमेज्ड कि ये क्या था, ये कैसा ग्रुप था. उसने भी ये ग्रुप नहीं देखा होता कि यार ऐसा भी ग्रुप होता है क्या. पूरा का पूरा ग्रुप सेलेक्ट हो गया था. एंड दैट वाज एक्सेप्शनल. इट यूजुअली हैपेंस कि एंटायर ग्रुप इज सेलेक्टेड. सो मेक श्योर दैट if you get that opportunity with your group, you get that time, get that bond, because we all are here for selection. Nobody wants to go deselect, right? So that was all about group discussion. I hope it might have enriched your knowledge, but still, if there are any doubts in terms of group discussion, or you're planning, if there are any GD scheduled for you, you can certainly comment me. I'll help you some more tips. Moving next is telephonic. Telephonic is simple. You get a call, and it usually happens for certain interviews. जहाँ पर, for example, you are applying for a job outside your own. If you stay in Maharashtra, but you are applying for a job in Delhi. Similarly, if you are in Delhi, you are applying for a job in Gujarat. So what happens? They don't call you first round के लिए. आपको सीधा नहीं बुलाते. They call you. पहले आपका राउंड होता है कॉल पे. Maybe audio call or could be a video call, because they want to know if you are eligible. If you get selected, then you are called for face-to-face interview. Face-to-face पहले नहीं होता, पहले telephonic होता है. We get a call, they do ask about it. So telephonic interviews are wherein what they actually check. They haven't seen you. Maybe video calling पे भी होता है, but mostly telephonic. Video calling वहाँ होता है जहाँ पे they cannot call you face-to-face. But due to COVID, this video calling interviews are getting infamous, or they are getting in trend. But usually every interviewer, they want जो interview है, मतलब जिसको interview दे रहा है, वो in person आके, face to face आके दे. Because video calling में and face to face में plays a vital role. If I am taking an interview, I will not prefer on video calling. Yes, if there are certain reasons to it, कोई situation ऐसी हो गई है, then I have no option. Like COVID, people took interview on video calls, but लेकिन everyone prefer कि face to face बंदा company में आए थे. So as we are discussing about telephonic में they check how modest you are while you speak on the call. At times it could be an interview for a customer service. You have applied for a company जहाँ पर आपको customer service, you are a customer service agent जहाँ पर customer service है. So customer service तो फोन पे होती है, कहीं के customer service executive है, for example. Customer service executive, they help people on call. If somebody is calling, how may I help you? So they do check certain aspect. Are you modest, polite, and how is your tone, total pitch कैसी है आपकी, your voice and everything. So make sure whenever you are attending a telephonic interview, you should not be nervous. First and foremost, nervous नहीं होना. It is a similar interview. Fast नहीं बोलना है, बहुत fast नहीं है बोलना है. If they are asking introduce yourself, you're telling everything in 1 second. No, give a pause, emphasize on the words which you want to. We learned emphasize in our initial classes, so you can refer to that for more detail. What is emphasize? Make sure your pitch, sound, tone, हर चीज सही होना चाहिए. And make sure wherever you are attending call, disturbance नहीं होनी चाहिए. Because जो interview ले रहा है, अगर भले ही आप कितना भी अच्छा बोल रहे हो, but he might get disturbed from the disturbance, and he might tell you seems there is a disturbance at your background. So make sure your background is clear, your voice network area में होना चाहिए phone and everything. And don't repeat words. There are people, they repeat words like ऐसे. I don't repeat words. Be confident. So telephonic interviews, basically they check if you are able to attend customers on call or not, how modest your voice is, how polite your voice is, apologies है या नहीं है, thank you है या नहीं है. तो ये सारी चीजें, golden words we learned in previous classes. You may refer to that video for that. Moving to next, voice and accent. So voice and accent interviews होते हैं. There are certain companies, we call it BPO, business processing outsourcing, or KPO, knowledge processing outsourcing. And these days there is one more organization which is in trend, LPO, legal processing outsourcing. So what is outsourcing? That's a separate topic altogether, but I'll give you a gist of it. If a foreign company, maybe from US or UK or Australia, right, outsource their business to Indian companies. Outsource मतलब वो कहते हैं वो Indian somebody who is from India, there is a vendor, they give their business to Indian companies. That means they are offshoring their business. Offshoring their business means they are outsourcing their business. So us outsourcing business में they need people with good voice and accent. Good voice and accent means if you have to interact with foreigners, if you have to interact with people from US, UK, or maybe Canada, there might be a little bit of voice and accent. का मतलब ये नहीं कि आपको voice and accent में बोलने की hey guys, how are we doing? I'm doing well. What about you? ऐसा नहीं है. Voice and accent का मतलब है आपका जो accent है, because if you are speaking with a foreigner, आप कितने भी accent में बोल लो, they will recognize it. अब हम किसी से बात करते हैं हिंदी में, चाहे foreigner हो, कितनी भी अच्छी हिंदी बोलता हो, चाहे फोन पे ही हो, आप लोग रिकॉग्नाइज कर लोगे कि वो फॉरेनर है? कर लेंगे, ऑफ कोर्स, बिकॉज वी नो इट वेरी वेल. दिस इज आवर मदर टंग, दिस इज आवर नेशनल लैंग्वेज. कोई भी फॉरेनर कितनी भी अच्छी हिंदी बोल रहा हो, वी विल कैच हिम, इजीली कैच हिम. सो फॉरगेट अबाउट इफ यू आर टॉकिंग टू अ फॉरेनर इन एन एक्सेंट, वो आपको नहीं रिकॉग्नाइज करने पाएंगे. दे विल recognize it and they know it, that their service center is located in India, somebody is from India, and they tell it, are you an Indian? So no, there is no fear of recognizing or accepting, yes ma'am, I'm from India, as far as your company policy says that you have to accept. But as I was telling you, voice and accent का मतलब ये नहीं कि you have to, they will ask you to speak in accent. Don't, first and foremost, there are people, they fake accents में जानबूझकर बात करते हैं deliberately to show an attitude that I know English. Knowing English and accent, voice and accent का मतलब कभी भी ये नहीं होता कि I know the accent. There are multiple accents. There are UK accents, Scottish accents, Australian accents, US accents. We will have a separate session. किन टाइप के accent होते हैं और उन accent का tone कैसा होता है. And if you want to learn that, I'm happy to take a class for the voice and accent also. We'll do it in our upcoming classes. So voice and accent का मतलब ये होता है आपका जो voice है, that should be clear. it should be neutral accent होना चाहिए. Neutral accent का मतलब you speak clear, loud, and there should not be any MTI, FLI. MTI means we discussed in our original classes. मदर टंग इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं होना चाहिए, फर्स्ट लैंग्वेज इन्फ्लुएंस नहीं होना चाहिए. आप लोग शाह को सा नहीं बोलो, सा को शाह नहीं बोलो, राइट? साम, शाम, राइट? शलगम, सलगम. So these tone 0 0, these are the certain aspects. ये आपके फिलर्स बोलते हैं हम इनको, फिलर्स क्लियर होने चाहिए. आपका वॉइस एक मोडेस्ट वॉइस में होना चाहिए, आपको अटकना नहीं. देयर आर कैंडिडेट्स यू माइट हैव सीन, दे गेट स्टक, बहुत हैमर करते हैं वो. देयर आर सर्टेन who are they do stammering a lot. Okay, right, when they speak in English they do stammer a lot. Okay, and there are people I have seen, they do say I know, you know भी कई लोग बोलते हैं, कईयों की टंग पे हो जाता है you know. I'm sure you must have seen people around you. There are people, बहुत है जो ये stammering करते हैं, रुक के बोलते हैं. English अच्छी है, but these are the fillers. So voice and accent means when voice and accent interview happens, the interviewer check that there should not be fillers. Your voice and accent should be neutral होना चाहिए. आपका क्लियर होना चाहिए वॉइस, टोनालिटी क्लियर होना चाहिए, पिच सही होना चाहिए, रेट ऑफ स्पीच सही होना चाहिए. रेट ऑफ स्पीच मींस शुड नॉट बी टू फास्ट और टू स्लो, शुड बी मॉडरेट. जहां आपको पॉज करना है वहां पॉज करना चाहिए, जहां आपको कंटिन्यू करना है वहां कंटिन्यू करना चाहिए. सो दैट इज वॉइस एंड एक्सेंट. मूविंग अहेड, पैनल इंटरव्यू. सो पैनल इंटरव्यूज आर certain interviews wherein a group of interviewers will sit in a room. 5 या 6 लोग या 7 से 8 लोग बैठे होते हैं और कैंडिडेट को बुलाते हैं. इट्स नॉट लाइक ए टॉर्चर. सम पीपल थिंक ये टॉर्चर होता है. पहला पैनल इंटरव्यू, पोज ए क्वेश्चन, द मोमेंट यू आर आंसरिंग इससे पहले ही दूसरा क्वेश्चन आ जाता है. आप बोल रहे हो तीसरा क्वेश्चन आ गया, फोर्थ क्वेश्चन आ गया. सो दे ऑल बॉम्बार्ड देयर क्वेश्चंस विद यू, राइट? सो व्हेन दे बॉम्बार्ड देयर क्वेश्चंस ऑन यू, make sure you answer each by each. It's okay. So panel interviews, basically there are certain government organizations. Maybe I have seen some interviews of IS. Therein panel interviews happens. So it is also one of the aspect of panel interview. Next है exit interviews. I'm sure आपने शायद ये नहीं सुना हो, but those who are working in organizations they might have heard it. Exit interviews कब होता है? जब कोई organization से resign करता है. It's not that every organization has it. हर organization में नहीं होते हैं. कुछ organizations में policy होती है that they will do an exit interview. Exit interview का basic motive होता है feedback. Feedback पूछते हैं candidate से why he's moving, why he's leaving the organization, if there is any feedback for his supervisor or for the organization, or that is it. So exit interview is a formality basically. For example, somebody has left the organization where he or she was working. Then he or she will be asked, why are you leaving this job? You have been associated with us from the last so many years. Is there any feedback for us? How can we improve? Would you like to join us back in near future? So ये सब एक feedback होता है. So that they get to know कि can we improve our services better, retention or not. So it's just a normal interview. We call it exit interview. ये organizations में होता है जब कोई candidate छोड़ के जाता है. Behavioral interviews भी कई जगह होते हैं wherein they judge how modest, polite is the candidate, especially in customer service में. जहाँ role customer service का, you need to deal with customer. So as we know in business, we have learned customer is the king of the market. Customer complaint अगर एक आ गई, then we cannot do anything. Customer should be happy from our services. So therein they conduct behavioral interviews. Next day, HR interview, ops interview. Yes, HR interview, the HR person is talking to you, asking certain questions. That is an HR interview. Face to face, usually it happens. Ops interviews are also face to face, wherein the manager or the director of the company is posing questions on you, and you are responding. Next day, extempore. Extempore is like a group discussion. The only difference is that ग्रुप डिस्कशन में 10, 12, 5, 6 कैंडिडेट होते हैं, मल्टीपल होते हैं. यहाँ पर एक सिंगल इंडिविजुअल होता है. Yes, it could be a face to face interview बोल सकते हैं, but extempore is not a normal interview. It's just like a GD. You will be given a topic you have to speak in that particular duration. It's called extempore. बहुत कम organizations में होता है, और जहाँ होता है वहाँ ऐसा होता है within organization में. For example, you are applying for a post. As of now, you are a manager and you're applying for a senior post, senior manager maybe. Then there are certain interviews. इसमें extempore भी एक part होता है. And there are more interviews apart from that, like interview कह सकते हो आप, test कह सकते हो, assessment test होता है, wherein what happens, you know, it is part of IELTS also. अगर आपने IELTS और TOEFL का एग्जाम सुना है, IELTS की फुल फॉर्म है इंटरनेशनल इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज टेस्टिंग सिस्टम. TOEFL की है what is the full form of TOEFL? I forgot. Yes, test of English and foreign languages. This is IELTS and TOEFL. If you clear that, you get an opportunity to travel or study abroad. So what happens in their panel, IELTS और TOEFL में क्या होता है? फर्स्ट राउंड होता है, आपको एक वीडियो या फिर ऑडियो सुनाया जाता है और आपको फिर उसमें बताना होता है कि what the person is saying. वो एक एक्सेंट होता है, you need to recognize what the person is saying. Then उसके बाद एक स्पीकिंग होता है, you need to speak, your voice will be recorded. फिर एक रिटन टेस्ट भी होता है जिसमें आपकी ग्रामर चेक होती है. So this is also a test. And कई कंपनीज में टाइपिंग टेस्ट भी होता है. That is one of the aspect of it. So that is all about the types of interviews. So these are the basic gests which I wanted to bring into your attention. So moving ahead, जहाँ से हमने कल छोड़ा था उससे आगे ही continue करेंगे. Yes. So next question था, if you have कुछ questions हम already discuss कर चुके हैं. So I'm continuing from the next one because इससे पहले वाले questions we have discussed in our yesterday class. So moving ahead, why are you looking for job change? So why are you looking for job change is very, very vital question which is asked by the companies. If you are not for freshers, of course, for freshers it's the first company, so they will not ask. जब कोई कैंडिडेट किसी एक कंपनी में जॉब कर रहा है और वो दूसरी कंपनी में स्विच करता है, तो ये क्वेश्चन बहुत कॉमन है. पहला क्वेश्चन ये होता है, व्हाई अस, आपने क्यों छोड़ा. सो फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट एक हैबिट हमेशा याद रखना, अपनी प्रीवियस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के बारे में डोंट से बैड अबाउट इट. मे बी यू आर नॉट हैप्पी विद इट, मे बी यू आर वेरी फ्रस्ट्रेटेड, आपका बॉस अच्छा नहीं है, यू आर देयर इज नो सच बॉन्डिंग एंड यू आर वेरी फ्रस्ट्रेटेड. देयर आर टू रीजंस बेसिकली व्हाई वी लीव आवर जॉब्स. One is we don't leave our jobs, we leave our bosses. If we have a good boss around, we don't leave. Honestly, अगर कंपनी कैसी भी हो, अगर हमारा सुपरवाइजर, the one to whom we are reporting, he is very cooperative, very cooperative, we will never leave a job. We leave bosses actually, we don't leave companies. That's one. Second reason is that of course financial growth अच्छा हमें किसी कंपनी में मिल रहा है, there is a huge jump we are taking, because if someone is working in an organization वहाँ पर उसका is not able to, it's only necessary things are getting accomplished but is not able to save and all, then also we switch. So भले ही as I was telling you, आप अपना बॉस छोड़ रहे हो, आपको कंपनी कुछ अच्छा नहीं दे रही है, don't say bad about it. आप किसी नई कंपनी में जाके अगर बोलते हो, oh I did not get growth opportunity, my boss was bad, he was pathetic, he was rude to me, they do not give me leaves. No, it creates a bad impression. Honestly, it create a bad impression. कल को आप इनकी कंपनी छोड़ के जाओगे, आप इनके बारे में भी बोलोगे. So don't say bad about it. Always say that they have, thanks to them. Yes, your existing company was honestly a good company because you have learned it. आपने वहाँ सीखा है तभी तो आप नई कंपनी में आए हो. They have given you some experience, right? It's a life. We always learn new things. So thanks to previous organization, share your reason for job change and relate to career goals. Because you want to achieve something else in your life and जो भी challenges थे उस organizations के वो आपने fulfill कर लिए, and then the job got monotonous. Now you are looking for new challenges. That's why you are applying for your new organizations, and the kind of skill set you have that is matching with the organization where you have applied, right? Example is there. I'm thankful to my previous organization because I have learned a lot of things from there. According to me, changes are necessary for everyone to enhance your skills, knowledge, and personal growth and financial growth. Your organization is a good platform where I can learn more. And there are certain do's and don'ts I have mentioned. Talk about looking for a new challenge in your career, learning a new industry or focus areas. And don'ts mein hai, don't say anything negative about your employer, boss, co-workers or clients. Irrespective kitna bhi unhone bura kiya ho. don't say in front of the interview. बाहर कहीं भी बोलो, that's a separate thing. That's up to you, but I would recommend don't say it. Because if you say it, it creates your impression. It doesn't talk about them. In your interview, it talks about yourself. It talks about yourself, whether you are, what type of person you are. Okay. So importantly, why are you looking for a job? First and foremost, thanks to the previous organization. Don't say bad about it. And then tell them that, yes, I'm looking for new challenges in my life, because as of now, I can certainly apply my thinking, my skills to the new targets which I get. And your organization is certainly matching as per the skills I have. So that's the best answer. Moving ahead, what are your career goals? So always remember there are two types of goals, short term and long term. Short term goals होते हैं within 1 year you want to achieve, within 6 months. Long term goals more than a year. For example, where do you want to see after 5 years down the line? 5 साल बाद. It's a question to all of you, whosoever is watching this video. Wherever you are as of now, after 5 years, where do you want to see yourself? आपका क्या aim है life में? Somebody might say, somebody might have started a new job. He would say, I want to be a manager. Somebody would be a manager. He would say, I want to be a president, directorate. Somebody who's in college, he might say, I want to be in good organization. Somebody who's in school, he might say, I want to get a good college. Somebody who's a teacher, I want to be a principal. Anything. But make sure you have your goals. अगर आपके set goals नहीं है, not only interview purpose के लिए बोल रहा हूँ, you should always have your aim. आपको life में क्या करना है, you should have that clear in your books. This is what my aim is. This is what I have to reach. A person without goal, sorry, you should always have a goal, aim. And what are you doing to achieve that goal? क्या कर रहे हो? भले you are giving a 1% each day or maybe each week 1%, but you should give. We are very much engrossed on social media platform, YouTube, Insta, Facebook, so much WhatsApp and Viber and all, so many. But do we actually think what we are getting from it? Are we giving ourselves enough time which is required? Always enhance your skill set. Always, wherever you are. Maybe you read a book, maybe you read something on internet, maybe you learn something. आजकल बहुत सारे courses हैं जो free of cost होते हैं, online courses. It's not only you have to spend, you have to get time, you have to go out, weekend में जाओ या online courses करो, कुछ भी, maybe advanced Excel. If you are good in Excel, go ahead. And there are certain coding classes. Guys, it's a cutthroat competition. 5 से 6 साल के बच्चों को कोडिंग सिखाई जा रही है. Now you imagine after 10 or 5 years what will be the time. If you do not enhance yourself, if you do not enhance your skills, there will be a time you will be left behind. Everything is getting automated. Everything is getting automated. Robotics, everywhere where manpower is required, organizations are thinking इसको कैसे manual किया जाए, sorry, automatic किया जाए. Manual work हर जगह खत्म हो रहा है. Automatic के लिए they are applying robots, and उस robots को basically implement करने के लिए they need people. So you need to ensure, you need to upgrade yourself. You take an example of Delhi Metro. There are certain lines. They are now, automated. They don't have a driver. Driverless हो गई. So it doesn't mean that आपकी jobs चली जाएंगी. No, this is a myth. There are certain other jobs will be created. If you remember when computer was launched, जब computer नया नया आता था तो ये myth था कि पहले computer पे काम नहीं होता था, books पे होता था. People used to think अब हमारी jobs चली जाएंगी because everything will be done by computer. Did it happen? No. In fact, there were more jobs which were created. So I'm not saying that everything will be left behind. I'm saying you need to enhance yourself, upgrade yourself day on day, enhance your skill set. First and foremost, try what is your vision in life. आपको अगर कईयों को ये भी नहीं पता कि what is my focus, what I want to be, then introspect yourself. Introspect means think it. What is your area of interest? Where are you as of now? There are certain, अगर मेरा area of interest cricket में और currently I am working in an organization, it doesn't match. It's not कि मैं अपनी organization छोड़ के cricket में जाके देखूं मेरा selection क्यों नहीं हो रहा. No, situation भी देखो. What are your circumstances? If you have certain responsibilities, if you are the only breadwinner of your family, क्या situations है आपके पास? If somebody who think that my entire family is well settled, there are no responsibilities, then you can certainly think of different aspects. What is your goal? But if someone is a breadwinner of their family and वो सोचे कि मुझे तो लाइफ में ये बनना है, अभी कुछ earning start ही नहीं किया, no. Wherever you are, think as per your situation, as per your need, what is the goal you are looking for. If you do not have a goal, plan it. एक goal बनाओ कि after 5 years I will be there. Financially goal भी होना चाहिए कि after this time I would have this much of money in my bank account. You should work on that also, right? So whatever you earn, so there's someone who was a business analyst who said that people whatever they earn, they first spend it and then they save. जो भी सैलरी आई, जो भी इनकम आई, हमने पहले स्पेंड करते, then we save it. But thing is that firstly you should save it, then you spend. That should be a fact of life. List down your expenses कि मेरे क्या क्या expenses हैं. List down every month and divide them into 3 categories. Mandatory expenses which you cannot avoid: electricity bill, water bill. These cannot be avoided. Second, some expenses which may or may not be avoided. For example, petrol. If you think that petrol costs you more, use public transport. Third is like voluntary expenses, shopping, outing. Maybe you go for a restaurant to eat every week. Instead of every week, go once in a month. So list down your income sources, list down your expenses, and then think of that. Where can I cut it? Where can I cut it? So cut your cloth according to your need, and then certainly you're going to success. Saving plays a vital role in our bad times. I'm not saying that you should only save, you should not spend. No, spending is also important. If you don't spend, how will our economy run? You know why economies of other nations are developed? Because they do believe in spending. Spending is also important. But first and foremost, see where are you? What is your aim in life? And what is your goal in life? Spending is also important. Similarly, saving is also important. Yes. So short-term goals, long-term goals. Examples, my short-term goal is to get a job in required company where I can utilize my skills and improve my career path. My long-term goal is to be in a respectable position in that organization. Of course, respectable position means someone who wants to look for a higher position. Do's means, what are do's and don'ts? Talk about desire to learn more and improve your performance. Be specific as possible about how will you meet the goals you have set for yourself. And don'ts, my goal is to buy an Audi or a house. Don't say like that. I want to get married in 2020. These are your personal things. These are your personal things. Do not involve your personal professional life. Very important. Some people. And very important, when you are at work, if you're stepping out from your work, don't think about it. Yeah. When you are at work, don't take tense about your personal life. And when you are at home, don't think about your professional life. Do not mix it. Keep it separate. If you try to mix it, you will be fumbled, to be honest. Okay, so yes, so moving ahead, very important. What are your salary requirements? Okay, so never share your salary requirement as a fresher. Experienced candidate can share their expected salary. Always say yes as per the company norms for the job. Example, I'm a fresher. Salary is not first priority for me. This is big platform to start my career. And I also want to improve my knowledge and skills and gain experience. So I expect a considerable of salary according to my ability and your company's norms, which will fulfill my economical needs. Let's see about their do's and don'ts. Say you would like more information on the job duties and responsibilities before you can answer. In situation where actual number is expected, provide a fair salary range based on current industry market research. Don't is, I'm not sure, how much can you give? Yes, I'm not sure is not the one you should say, or how much can you give? I want 30% hike, I want 10% hike. No. So basically you need to tell that first and foremost, very important. आपको सबसे पहले उस कंपनी के बारे में स्टडी करना पड़ेगा, उनका नॉर्मल सैलरी रेंज कितना है. For example, they give 1 lakh and you are asking for 3 lakh. They might not tell you on your face. वो आपको कहेंगे okay, we'll tell you. आपके पास कॉल ही नहीं आएगा. और मे बी उनका जो दे वर लुकिंग टू पे यू अबाउट 1 लाख और आपने वहां जाके 50,000 बोल दिया, फिर आप सिलेक्ट होगे लेकिन आप सोचोगे यार यहाँ तो सबको अच्छा मिल रहा था, मैंने बहुत कम बोल दिया. सो यू इट्स अ वेरी टफ क्वेश्चन टू आंसर. अगर आप कम बोलोगे कहीं कम ना मिले, ज्यादा बोलो रिजेक्ट ना हो जाए. सो सबसे बेस्ट है एज पर द मार्केट ट्रेंड. मार्केट ट्रेंड का मतलब ये है कि जो वो दूसरों को दे रहे हैं वो आपको भी देंगे. whatever is the market current trend and as per your ability on whatever skill set you have been hired for. For example, I am hired for a skill set called level 1, somebody hired for skill set called level 2, somebody else hired for level 3. हर किसी का level अलग है. Level 3 might get higher salary than level 2 or level 1. So as per my skill set, as per my ability, plus whatever your market structure is, right? That is the one you should. But ultimately हर कोई चाहता तो ये the best the person should get. And after all, we work for salary, not for charity. Okay, finally, the last question of the day. Do you have any questions to ask? इंटरव्यू पूछते हैं ना लास्ट में, इंटरव्यू खत्म होने से पहले. डू यू हैव एनीथिंग टू आस्क? क्या बोलोगे? हाँ सर, मुझे पूछना है कि मेरी सैलरी इंक्रीमेंट होगा या नहीं होगा. Okay, so you need to express thanks. Thank you for giving this opportunity for the interview. Job timing, of course, you need to ask. Overtime allowance, if there, transport facility, very important. Job location, timing period, salary structure. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, sir. I would like to know the job timing and transport facility and where will be the job location and salary scale for this job in your organization. But ये भी नहीं कि सब कुछ एक ही चीज में पूछ लो. वो आपको नॉर्मल, आपके लिए प्रायर क्या है? सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर है, ट्रांसपोर्ट है, ओवर टाइम है, जॉब टाइमिंग है, जॉब लोकेशन है. ऑफ कोर्स थैंक यू तो बोलोगे, टाइमिंग अकॉर्डिंग टू यू. फॉर एग्जांपल यू से रिमोट एरिया, वहां पर ट्रांसपोर्ट की फैसिलिटीज कम है टू कम्यूट. सो वहां पर आपको पूछना चाहिए कि आई वुड लाइक टू नो इफ देयर इज इन ट्रांसपोर्ट फैसिलिटी प्रोवाइडेड बाय द कंपनी, राइट? एंड मे बी आप, और फॉर एग्जांपल आपका जो प्रेफरेंस है वो जॉब टाइमिंग है, देन यू कैन आस्क इज व्हाट आर द जॉब टाइमिंग्स. और मे बी आपकी प्रेफरेंस है जॉब लोकेशन, आपने पढ़ा था कि कंपनी के बहुत सारी लोकेशंस है, देन यू मे आस्क अबाउट जॉब लोकेशन. चेक व्हाट आर योर प्रेफरेंसेस अबाउट 2 or 3, देन यू कैन आस्क दोस. Do's and don'ts. What can I help you to clarify that would make hiring me an easy decision? At last, shake hands and say thanks with a genuine smile. Don'ts. Oh no, I don't have any question. Don't say it. So always express thank you. It's a modest behavior, right? So that was the last question about interview skills and practice. I hope it will certainly, or it might have certainly enriched your knowledge and clarified you multiple aspects if you had any doubt. So as I always say, if you have any doubt, any clarification, I'm always happy to connect. Just comment me, this is what it is, and I will certainly respond to your questions. So that was all about interview. Next class we'll have day after tomorrow, which is on Saturday. Today is 9th, I believe. Sorry, today it's 9th class. We'll have a 10th class day after tomorrow, and it's 26th. Next class is on 28th. I'll bring new things for you, and it's on Saturday. So yes, there will be some fun activity in the initial of the exercise with the word of the day, of course. So yes, we'll see you on Saturday now, and then my next class. Thank you so much for listening to me. Have a great day. Good night. Bye bye.